Haha. Hello, good evening, everyone. Let's see who we have in the chat so far. I see Ardalan, I see Vader, I see Ra, and I see Sadar. Hello, guys. How are you all? Good to see you again. It's been a while. It has been a while, and now I'm back with something not Eternal Darkness, but something still a little bit spoopy-ish. I know it's not Halloween anymore, but I felt like playing some Castlevania, so there are a few minor things remaining in the chats that are spooky, but most of it is gone. So I hope you guys don't mind the still dark chat room and the text. I will fix that on the next game when we definitely will go back to the regular chat and the colors and stuff. But I felt like Castlevania is still a little bit spooky-ish, so I decided to keep like half of the Halloween thingies. But yeah, I hope you guys don't mind. Sorry, my cough is still there. It's not as bad as it was a couple of weeks ago. It is still annoying. It is still there, but I'm not really bothered by it. And it's just a cough. Everything else is gone. As you can probably tell, I sound good. It's just a stupid cough. You know how they can last for a while. They can last a week, 2, 3, maybe even more than that weeks. They take a bit to go away. But I feel good. I sleep good. I eat good. So it's just a stupid cough. It'll go away. I'm sorry if it pops up now and then. If it gets really bad, I'll just mute myself for a while. But yeah, I am going to switch to Castlevania here, the S-Games. Hello, everyone. Good evening once again. Hope you guys can see the new scene. I'll fill in the game and I'll watch the little intro that you may have already seen. And then we will begin. I have to get my controller. I haven't played the, wow. I have played Eternal Darkness, but I have not played the DS game in ages. So let's see. Put this here. File, open, Castlevania Order of Ecclesia. You guys should have visual now. That little line light there will get fixed as soon as the game is loading. Is the music okay? The sound, I mean? And of course, there's bats. There's bats in pretty much every Castlevania game. If you guys can see, if you see the little loading screen, oh, it's gone now, but I'll point it out next time. I see that white bar thingy is still there. What is causing that? Is that just how the game looks? Oh yeah, that's just how the game... Okay. Now it's good. Guess it got fixed. Okay. That's weird. Hey, Antipophagus! Good evening. Yeah, you should get some coffee. I need to start the game. But yeah, if you guys take a look at the lower screen in the lower left, you can actually see that the symbol for this game, the loading symbol, it's a cross with a bat upside down. more or less hanging on the other side. I'm not sure if you saw that, but yeah. Alright, let's see. Research introduction.
Returning to life time and again since the ancient Middle Ages, the evil Lord Dracula has driven people to terror. Each time Dracula returned from the dead, the Belmont clan fought him in the shadows, wielding the Holy Whip. Through their efforts, humanity avoided the darkness, securing prosperity. But early in the 19th century, having lost their ability to resist the darkness, those in positions of power at the time began to search for new ways to counter Dracula. Our organization, Ecclesia, was born then as one of those countermeasures.
Ecclesia.
Many organizations were established with the same goal, and day after day, they conducted their studies diligently. But each was dissolved when they failed to produce satisfactory results. But that was when Barlow, the leader of Ecclesia, finally made a surprising breakthrough that could stand up against Dracula.
You guys are talking about coffee. And here we have the game. Who's there? Figures. Serves me right for trying to scare you. Albus. Apparently I didn't hide my presence very well at all. Good to see you, Shanoa. What are you doing here? Well, this is our home after all. Where else would I be? No, it's not that. Aren't you on a mission? Yes, but I wanted to make sure things were okay here. Any news worth sharing? Well, Barlow chose me as the bearer, actually. We're about to start the ritual so my body can be a vessel for Dominus. What did you say? Dominus? You? That's right. This is an outrage! Barlow lied to me! Lied? I'm supposed to be the bearer! He promised me that much! But the master said you... What? What did he tell you? That you're unfit to be the bearer. Huh? He would never say such a thing. But Albus... I'm sorry, it's time. I have to go. Wait! Shinoa! You don't understand! You're wrong. I'm as much as a member of Ecclesia as you are. Our sole purpose is to destroy Dracula, so people can look to dawn without fearing the darkness. Am I wrong, Albus? That isn't... For that reason, I will become Dominus, the blade to banish all evil. Shinoa! Alright, and now we have control. So the first thing we do is see the little menu. Okay, that's the B button. Okay. So this is jump. Just checking. This is crouching. You can do slides. And then there's the backflip. And that's really all we can do right now. But yeah, in the lower left, lower left, that's the minimap. Or the status screen, I can bring that up. It shows you your level, your XP, attack everything, gold, etc. I will switch between it whenever, but this is the little map. I will go over the menu and all the things in there one by one. So, this is Shanoa. She has a middle name. Let's see if there is there a config? Oh yeah, there's something we have to do in the config right away. This game has Japanese voice support, but as you have noticed, there's no spoken text except for the very beginning. So all the enemies and the characters will only have like grunts and small hellos and goodbyes. There's no spoken text. But would you guys to play it in English with like and so on, or the more Japanese little blips and boops that you typically hear in an anime game. So would you rather have English or Japanese? The text, like the written text, is still English, and I can still read it in English. It's just the little audio clips will be Japanese. That's all. But yeah, here's the difference. There we go. How many of you have played the very, 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 very first Castlevania game like a lot of times? Because I'm going to show you a small little secret, but I want to know how many of you have actually played the very first Castlevania game? Before I show this off. There's a small little thing I can do here. Play but not a whole lot, play but not a whole lot. Well, it's not... wall chicken is also a thing, but it's not wall chicken. It's wall something else. But in the very first Castlevania game, on the NES, you could duck in certain spots and have a hidden little item pop out of the floor. And that's also in this game. There are certain chests hidden somewhere. If you duck down, there is a chest coming out with an item. Record 1. Most of these chests are completely optional and are not really needed, but I'm gonna try to find all of them. But this one in particular is just funny because if you click on it, you can change the background music. To a certain tune. But you can turn it off eventually as well. But for now, we'll just keep it. I think it goes off if you go to the next scene. It's fine. How could he? Orders may be orders, Barlow. But I'm holding you to your promise! Oh, he's getting angry. Shanoa, as you know, only you can become the bearer of Dominus. Yes, sir. Even so, it will be nearly impossible for you to control its power. The purpose of this ritual is to make sure your body will adjust to Dominus, and that we can get this tutorial out of the way in the most pleasant way. Yes, sir. But when it's over, That's right, Shanoa. You will be able to wield our most powerful glyph. Dominus, which Ecclesia created as the ultimate weapon against Dracula. I am proud of you, Shanoa. You will become our world's new savior. What's going on? Something. You. Who are... Hello, Vader. What's the meaning of this? Albus, you know how crucial the ritual is. You lied to me. Albus. I was to be the bearer. You promised me. We each have a role. If you had followed orders, you might understand that. Above all, Shanoa is the only one with the capacity for Dominus. You know that as well as I do. I intended to overcome my weakness. What happened to working together? Perhaps we still can. Together we will overcome the setback as well. It's too late. Tell me, Albus, what do you intend to do with Dominus? You said it yourself. Each one of us has a role, and like a fine master, you've finally shown me what mine must be.
Don't be stupid, Albus. What are you planning?
Also, hey Instinct, good evening. I read capacity for donuts. Donuts?
I'll be taking Dominus. Be rational! Without that glyph, our mission is a failure! Dracula's vessel... I have my own mission. Tuh.
You are my master no longer.
Farewell, Barlow.
Several weeks pass.
Your training regimen shall soon conclude.
As you say, sir.
We tap the power in all things, great and small, to forge glyphs through Ecclesia's secret art. And so we gain the strength to save mankind. Absorb the glyph before you, if you would.
You can absorb the glyph on the screen by pressing up. Absorbing it grants the glyph and 10 hearts. Confodore, a rapier glyph. I'd like to point out that pretty much all of the attacks and all of the glyphs in the game are in Latin. So that's kind of fun. Hey Demonic, good evening. Or afternoon for you. A rapier glyph?
Just so. And now you see, absorb a glyph and you shall know its kind. That is your gift. It is yours, and yours alone.
As you say, sir.
Oh, that I must teach you from the start again. A pity that this had to happen now. But still, our time is waning. Moving on.
As you say, sir.
That glyph, direct its power towards your arms.
Open the menu with Start and select Glyph to set glyphs to Y and X. So, how it works, I'll just talk about this. In Order of Ecclesia, you don't equip weapons. You don't buy weapons. You extract them from the energy that the enemies use. So if an enemy uses a rapier glyph, you extract the rapier energy to obtain it. Or if they use a crossbow, if they use a spear, if they use an axe, if they use anything at all, you can sometimes get their weapon essence and turn it into a glyph, which in turn turns into an equipable weapon. And you have an Y and an X, which is your right arm and your left arm. So you can have 2 weapons equipped. So basically, Shinoa is dual wielding the entire game, and you can have all sorts of crazy combinations depending on what you find. You can have the same one twice, you can have 2 different ones, you can have a ranged and a melee, you can have 2 melee, you can have 2 ranged, it's all what you want. And the R1 is currently unused.
So armed, you can wield glyphs against your foes. Imagine I am one of them and strike!
Press Y or X to attack with your assigned glyphs. Glyph attacks consume MP, which recovers with time. So now you see, we actually attack with a rapier. But you can also duck and attack in the air as well. But what's cool, if you're fast enough and if you have MP, you can alternate like this. As long as you have MP. If your MP is up, you have to wait for it to recharge. But, yeah. She's fast, depending on the weapon, of course. Alternate for combos. Yeah, I just did that.
Your memories may have fled, but you must not. Hear me. Your warrior's instincts must endure. Now meld the glyphs in both your arms. Prepare. Glyph Unions may yet catch foes by surprise.
Press up and Y or X to perform a Glyph Union. This is where, if you have two glyphs of the same type, because this is a rapier type, if you have two of the same type, which we have right now, you can combine them and do that. Each type of weapon has its own Glyph Union and does something different.
So skillful. Now you face the final test. The danger of true combat. Steel yourself, and once prepared, step onto the next room.
As you say, sir. Are you a robot? Maybe you are. Oh, this is the heart refill. Yeah, okay.
From Netherworlds, I'll call your enemy. Use everything you've learned to stand your ground, and be our greatest warrior once again.
Oh no, a skeleton!
So ends your basic training. Now advance.
Okay, can I save? Nope, not yet. This is still tutorial land.
Shinoa, I expected nothing less.
Thank you, sir.
And now your mission must begin at once. Recover the supreme glyph, Dominus. My pupil has it. Albus is his name.
Albus?
Does that name stir your memory by chance?
No, sir.
Your feelings then? You knew of him before.
I know nothing of him now, sir.
Know this. It is he who robbed your memories blind. He cost you that. And cost mankind its wish, its only hope, and you must take it back.
The ritual. That man I saw.
That man was Albus.
This is all his doing, but why?
He coveted your power and your fate, but Dominus was yours alone to bear. Had I explained, perhaps you'd still be whole. But no time now for wishes or regrets. With Dominus, we too can save the world from nothing less than Dracula himself. Retrieve it, and we burn him back to the dust. There's nothing else that's ever mattered more.
It shall be done, sir.
You truly are a blessing on us all. And we have one advantage. Dominus cannot be used by ordinary men, not even Albus. It requires you. No flesh but yours can even host the glyph. You see now why I chose you for this task.
I do, sir.
But Albus has a keen and cunning mind. With time, he may yet find another way. So fight him first, before his trail grows cold.
I shall, sir.
Shinoa, bring him back unharmed. Unless he proves too stubborn. Understood?
Yes.
Our hopes go with you. All the world's and mine.
Alright, bye. Can I save? You should be able to save it. Well, I think there's a save point somewhere. Yep, there's a save point right here. Save the game, yes. Okay. Woo! So this is the first stage. The game has many different stages, but I think there's nothing really you can do here at the moment. Nope, we just leave for now. So, as you can see, the map will slowly fill with more locations. So let's go to the monastery. See, there's nothing else to do. This is the actual first level of the game. Time to kick ass and chew bubblegum. Yup. Hey, Cody. That was a nice comment, thank you. Hey, Gordomorks. Also, good evening. There's a chest. Oh, there's a bat. Yep, Vader, there are bats in this game. Who would knew? Anti-venom. This is a teleport point, which doesn't do anything yet. But in the same dungeon, you can teleport to different points if you get more. Also, would you guys prefer to see my status data in the lower left? Like my equipped weapons, gold, and XP and such? Or would you rather see the minimap? Let me know what you guys prefer. Map. Do you not need the minimap? Yes. But there will come a time when the status will be important for farming purposes, because you also see the enemy stuff there. Map, okay, map it is. Oh, this is a glyph. Let's absorb that. Magnus. Create an attractive magnetic field. Press R to adhere to nearby magnets with the Magnus glyph. You can pull your character with the control pad. Release R to send Shanoa flying in the opposite direction. With this glyph, you'll be able to get to normally inaccessible locations. It can also be used to dodge attacks in combat. So let's equip that. It's already equipped. Okay. I'll go up there in a bit. There's a save point here. So let's go to the right first, because there's an opening I missed. That little dodge is to prevent getting hit by the bone, in case you guys wonder. Sandals, okay. Yes, you have to get clothes and equipment to get better. You can wear something on your head, something on your body, something on your feet, and then 2 accessories. While I'm in the menu, I should also mention there are relics to obtain. There's 4 relics. You can each turn them on or off. These give you access to stuff like glyph runes and sliding, but there are 4 ones we have to unlock. And then for guides, you can check the glyphs. It tells you how much percentage you have found. We have found 2% of the X and Y glyphs and only 4.5% of the R glyphs. It tells you the items. We have 2.6%. It tells you the enemies. We have found 3%. If the enemy has a drop item next to it, it'll tell you if you click on it. It says drop, the amount of stars is how rare it is. And if you have a little blue diamond on the end, it means that you have 100% obtained everything from this enemy. So in this case, the bat doesn't have anything, but it tells you if you need something. So yeah. There are a total of 121 enemies in the game. A term list is nice. It tells you all the terms you have seen so far. It tells you about people, tells you about things you've seen so far. And you can always read back whenever you want some more information. That's enough of the menu for now. Health potion was blue? Yeah. I think they are blue in Castlevania. Because MP is just hearts. It's not a potion. This is a Glyph Statue. This has something you can absorb. But I have to kill the enemies first. A knife glyph. Well, we can try it out. We put a knife here. If we put 2 knives here, what does that do? Oh, it throws. Okay. And it has Blade Storm, which is nice. Okay. For now, I'll keep this since it is more attack power, but we can use the knives for a certain boss fight, perhaps if we want to throw instead of getting close. Oh, yay! Rotten meat. Yum. Great. Book of Spirits displays enemy names as you attack. Now it tells you in the lower right what you are fighting. If that little symbol spawns after killing an enemy, it means that the enemy has a chance to give you a glyph. However, to get the glyph, it's luck-based. It doesn't stay. You have to basically kill it a lot of times until it actually sticks in the air, and then you can absorb it. So it's not a guarantee. It's basically a rare item. And over time, as we level and gain more accessories, we will be able to get better stuff. Oh, more luck. Cotton threads. Eeh. Can I get that? 500 bucks. Nice. Nope, doesn't stay. Every time you see that little symbol, you're going to be like, ooh, 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 and then, aw, it just goes away. Cotton threads. You guys like the Japanese audio so far? Because all the little grunts, you can't really hear it, but it is Japanese. Anti-venom, that's good. There's a chest up there. MP max up. Sometimes in chests you can find an HP or MP max up, which increases the number of hearts or health you can have. There's a save point. I think that is a boss door. How about we don't go in there until we have fully explored this place? There's a teleport, but I'll just go back down here. I'd rather see the whole place before I try the boss. Yay, more rotten meat. level up. The game has a lot of like unique new music, but it also has a few old school Castlevania tunes, some remixed and some of those little records we found. So there is a bit of new and a bit of old in this game. If you guys at any point want me to play the records or any of the records that we have found so far, you can just let me know. Oh, we can break that. There's hidden stuff in the game everywhere. Breakable walls, secret items. Hearts up. So, there's HP up, there's MP up, and there's hearts up. Hearts up determines the amount of special abilities you can do. MP is for attacking, and HP is for your life force, pretty much. The anti-venom. Cotton hat. Okay. Well, it's one more defense, sure. Hey, it ain't much, but I don't think we can get that. I think the map has a neat little system I haven't shown off yet. If you go to the map and you get your little cursor or mouse, in this case, out, you can drag this and put it somewhere where you're like, oh, there's something there. I hear cats too. I could get the cats if I got the cats. Not sure what it's for, but I got the cats. HP max up. This is weird. I'm gonna mark that as well. There's nothing I can do there yet. Each map has 5 markers you can put down. Is there somewhere I can see how much percentage I have? Oh yeah. If you look at the lower right of the map, it tells you how much percentage of the map you have seen so far. We're pretty much done here already. 96.6%. Guess I can't go up that way. Yeah, we can't get that, sadly. We can't double jump, we can't kick, we can't do anything. Your heart's increased by 10. Yes. I go this way. Villagers menu I shall check shortly. That is Aha! A sword glyph. Sekare. A new type of attack. I like this one. How much rotten meat have we gotten so far? Kinda silly. Okay, once I go save, I'll check the little village menu. I think I've seen all the stuff in the menu by then. So that should be it for all the tutorial stuff so far. Villages is a list of people you have to rescue. But the cat is not on them. It's technically not a villager, but it is part of one of the villagers you have to rescue. As for how the villagers even will work, we'll have to wait a little bit longer. But I guess it's now time for the boss. Got her. Well, that was the first boss. That was this one. Ding! I have, like every other Castlevania game, made a little tablet on the right that you can see where all the defeated bosses will be displayed. The entire white field will be filled with bosses, so that tells you just how many there are in this game. Shinoa! Still slaving away for the old man, are we? I've seen you before. Your name is Albus, is it not? Well, yes. By order of my master, I'm to retrieve the Dominus Glyph and return your home. Home, you say? I have none. The old man saw to that. It was not a request. Intriguing. I recall you being a great deal more graceful than that. And you've forgotten your skill with glyphs as well. I have forgotten, thanks to you. Is that so? Well, I'm never going back. Remember to tell the old man for me. You must, by order of Master Barlow. Never say that name again! Concentrate, Shinoa. Well, I'd best be off. Take care, Shinoa. Huh. He marked a village on the map. Alright. I think we have seen the whole map here already. Yeah, 100%. I mean, we have been everywhere, but there are two things we can't do at the moment. But we'll come back for them later once we have the proper abilities. Okay, let's move out. The little yellow box on the map, that is an exit block, which is where you can go to the overworld instead of the individual levels. So now we can go to Weigel Village. A glyph! This is Albus's doing. Torpor, a glyph that incapacitates opponents. Nikolai.
At last!
Who did this to you?
You must help the others. Everyone in the village has been taken.
By whom?
That man! He spirited away the other 12 and then imprisoned me. But the Lord must have sent you to our aid. Please deliver the others.
Can you tell me where the man went?
If I'm not mistaken, he said something about the prison island.
I see.
Long ago, criminals were banished to that forsaken place. Some say their souls still wander the island, which was forever cursed.
Where is it?
You can get there through these very woods. Please, you must save them.
Did Albus really take the villagers to a prison island? And for what purpose? Alright. Now you have a bit of a different map in the lower left, there. It shows you us, we are the blue. I'll heal my hearts real quick. And you see the green. The green are the rescued villagers. And as you may guess, we need to basically get all the others. So he mentioned 12. So it's Nikolai and then 12 others. But let's read the details on this one. Nikolai, age 70. By the grace of God, he cleared away the wilderness to plant the seeds of this village. And some of these will have quests, so you can talk to him again.
Has God ever spoken to you? He spoke to me once, telling me to clear this wasteland and build a village.
So the village currently is very empty. But we can look around a bit. Meat! Meat is the classical Castlevania thing to heal health with. Coffee! Wrong game, yeah, but the same name. Demonic. More meat. Good. Let's save. This is basically your base. You can always come back to here after you went through a level. And you can heal here. You can heal your hearts here. Oh look! The cat made it back home. Kitty! Well, the cat's home, but his or her owner isn't, so we have to find him or her. Let's see. That's about it. All I can do. I did get a new glyph, which is Torpor. But that is a magical glyph. I mean, what I can do is do this. And then I have... yeah. I'll use that at some point when I need to. For now, I'm gonna be simple and just use these. Alright. Ruva's Forest. And then after that on the right you see the prison island already. But we have to go for the forest first. New place, new enemies, new stuff. Nomenon. Oh. Another glyph. Makir, a hammer glyph. Makir has more attack power. Let's see how this looks. It's a bit slower. It has a giant hammer, which I like. I don't even see those silly Une. You guys remember the Une from the... Oh, you guys remember the Une from the last few games? Fidelis Caries. Summon zombies that fight to the death. So let's see. Fidelis Caries. Magical tickets. What that does. Let go of me. As you may have noticed, certain enemies take less damage from certain runes. Or certain glyphs. But there is a way to prevent that later. So don't worry about it. For the time being I'm using the hammer because it has the highest attack power, but I will change it up a lot. But I'm basically looking for a certain upgrade to make it more fun to do so. Yeah, it's basically like a Metroid sucking you your life force. For a very first stage, this level is a bit tricky. Like the first one was just a tutorial stage. This is the actual first level. I did not see the Une again. And again, did not see it. Ooh. Also, we have to see what the magical ticket is I just got. Let's take a look. Magical ticket, a one-way pass to return to the village immediately. What does meat? Feels 92. Yeah, using meat. No. So if it becomes real bad, we can use a ticket to get back to the village immediately. But we don't have to because we just finished the stage. And now we can go to the Kalidas channel, but let's go back to the village first to save and heal. So you go here to replenish your hearts, and you go to the save station over here to heal and to save. And we can hop back into the action right away in the Kalidas channel. Nice and quick. I'm gonna swap back to the swords. Oops. There's another villager. Phew! Hey, you saved me, thanks. I'm Jacob, got a general store in Weigel Village. And on that note, I should probably get back to it. But listen, I might have some things you can use. Come by the shop, and we'll do business. Okay, good. Let's go check the shop later once we get back. Sea Stinger, okay. That's all for the Kalidas Canal for now. But as you can see on the map, there's a lot of places where we can't go, but we can't swim yet. So now we can go back to Weigel Village, heal up, check the shop. Now on the map you see a little orange blinking thing. I think that means a quest is up. Let's go see. Welcome. I'm back in business, thanks to you. My inventory is a little backlogged right now, but have a look around. Thank you very much. Hey, thank you! I'd give you things for free if I could, but you know how business is these days. I understand. Good. Well, let me know if you see anything you like.
Yeah.
Let's see what we got. We got a babushka, which is a really good headpiece. We have a leather curios, which is better. And we have... These are worth more, they're better. Warm boots with fur-lined cuffs. And accessories, none. So that's all, really. Oh, wait. Use items. We can get some magical tickets if we need them, and we can get some meat, but we don't have the funds for that right now. I'll have some more coming in soon, so keep on checking back. Alright, thank you, sir. So we get some new gear, which is always good. Okay, so it has been about an hour. What do you guys think so far of the game? I think the little blinking orange one is just that there is someone inside, then... Yeah, that's it. Thought it was a quest, but that's not a thing yet. Oh, we get a boss right away. I'll see if this works. I have a few different glyphs to try, but let's see. Oh, hi. I need the Magnus glyph here. Try the hammer one, since it worked with the smaller ones. Yep, that does more. Got him. Okay. Let's go save this right away. And I can add the boss to the little list already. Let's heal up our hearts. So as you saw, I switched from the sword glyph to the hammer glyph because hammers work better on certain skeletons and swords tend to work more on, well, other enemies. So that was the giant skeleton here. And the music is pretty good in the game, Demonic. We're all Castlevania games with spells, yes. All bosses become normal enemies, please no. A grimful reminder, yes. You don't want to get caught here. There's a rather nasty enemy that comes out with the searchlights. You do not want to get this enemy yet. Oh! So I'm going to avoid the searchlights as much as possible, because if the enemy comes out, we have to bail. We have to run. You can't kill it until you are much stronger. We run. We run, run, run. I can show you what it is, but we are running. Nope. Giant floating head. Nope. Nope. That's bad. Let's check all the walls. There's a secret somewhere. Oh. Oh! Look at that! Hasta! A lance glyph! Let's check that out. Hasta! I'm not gonna use it, I just wanted to show it off. We will have to switch to different kinds of glyphs depending on certain enemies and bosses. Because every enemy in the game has its own weaknesses or strengths. I'll show you what I mean. If you go to the go to the guides and go to the enemies and go for bats for example. There's icons at the bottom. There's blue ones and there's red ones. Going to skeleton is a better example. The blue ones is what it is resistant to. The red ones is what it is weak to. So in the case of a skeleton, it is weak to hammers, fire and light, but it is resistant to ice and dark. So if you go to, let's say this new one, Spear Guards, yeah, it tells you it's weak to hammer, it's weak to lightning, and it's weak to rock. So every single enemy in the game that you kill at least once will show you the weaknesses. So if you can't figure out what you have to use to kill an enemy, you can look it up in the guide and see what is most effective and adjust your glyphs accordingly. Hasta la vista, baby. Yep. Yeah, all the glyphs are in Latin, but that hasta, I'm not sure what hasta means in Latin. My Latin is not that great, but I'm assuming I'm assuming it makes sense. Also, first time chat from viewer, Rhapsody of the Forsaken. Hello, welcome to the chat. Oh, there's something here. Ah. Get some hearts and... Priestess Ring. Let's see. Ring of the High Priestess. Attack and strength goes down, int goes down. This would be good if we had... Oh, this is more like a defensive ring. I'm not going to equip it yet, but if we find a ring that outbalances this one, which is like offensive with a bit of like defense drop, then I can equip both. Cotton threads. Can't go up here, there's a lot of enemies. Okay, anti-venom. I have to write that down, so go to the map, and we can't go up there yet. Oh, okay. Today's equivalent would be staff or spear. Okay. If only Shadow was playable Super Smash Bros. I would be down for that. But hey, we got Simon and Richter. That's at least some Castlevania in Smash, which is also fine. Oh, Invisible Man. Invisible Man is kind of mean. Ah, HP up, that is perfect. I needed some health there. And there's a warp. Good. That was pleasant. What is this place? Oh. Albus! Impressive, Shinoa. It's fortunate I already prepared you a reward. It's the best I can do for the time being. This Dominus is what you came for, is it not? Go ahead and take it. Okay. One piece of Dominus summons a pillar of light. Dominus hatred. It really is Dominus. What are you thinking? Figured. With that much power, it's impossible to conceal its source. The source of Dominus? What does that mean? What it means, dear, is that I was right. This is your last chance. Come back to Ecclesia. We've been over this. My place is no longer as the old man's errand boy. I have a role to fulfill, and fulfill it I shall. How was he able to create a glyph without casting it? I thought only I could. Master Barlow should hear of this. Well, we can go back later. Yeah, it looks like a funny lab instinct. I have no idea what the hell happened here, but something looks like escaped from the experiment tubes here. Oh, lovely. I'm not going in those. Iron Maidens? No, thank you. Nor the giant pendulums of death. Oh, that's money. Ah, another villager. Abram. Haha! Rescued at last, but only to be butchered by this she-devil. I have no interest in butchering you, sir. You promise? Well, thank you. I guess that's what you say when people save your life, right? I'm Abram. I'm the town's official healer. Please, come visit my establishment. If you dare. What? I don't want to have another invisible man chasing me, so I'll just kill you. Oh, hello. Ah! Okay. Woo! Ooh. That thing took a while to kill. Okay. Something that some people may not know, I'm going to the guides for this, is that thing just now, it is called the creature. Not Frankenstein. Frankenstein is the doctor who made it. The official name is the creature. Something you may not know. Or Frankenstein's monster is also sometimes referred to as such. But it's not Frankenstein, that's the doctor who made that thing. He failed as a swashbuckler, so he became a healer. What kind of healer are you? I don't know. He seemed a bit fishy to me, but maybe, we'll check him out soon. Maybe he's not so bad. Chamomile. Oh, you can make a nice tea with that. I have no interest. I'm butchering you, sir. I gotta get the one in mind. Yes, exactly. Okay, I can go up there. I would love to find a safe point. Well, ask and you shall receive. Oh, I still have my zombie thing on. That doesn't work. Okay. Whee! And MP up, that's good. Whee! I hear a cat, hello. Oh! Got it. Sage, that's, I think, a herb of some kind. Let's go get the kitty, shall we? Come on. Oh, let's get that. Okay, I got another kitty. Not sure what they're good for, but I'll save them. Searchlight, what's here? Another warp point. I'm going to go back quickly, restock, save, and see what that guy is up. Well, let's make a quick heal, and then check on that guy. You. It's you! You've come at last. You've come at last. And an awkward time, I see. Awkward? Nah, inconvenient. Yeah, I would prepare a proper thanks. A gift of medicine. But now, no, now is not the time. What is the matter? He did it. That man who abducted us. He took all the materials I had. I bet. Albus? Could it be for some experiment? No doubt. So go and find me more materials. I command it. Then, only then, will I trust you enough to thank you for saving my life. What the heck? Sage! I need sage! So find it and bring it here. And then we'll see who trusts who, won't we? Ha ha ha. Dana! I have sage. I actually have sage, so... Yeah, that's definitely sage, so thank you. For now. I'll make your precious medicine. I'll even have the store stock it. But don't dare ask to have it free. Who do you think I am? Ah, yeah, it's you. Bring me chamomile and rue. Then I'll make an antidote for poison. You're not poisoned, are you? Well, this'll cure you. And then maybe I'll trust you more. Not much more, but some. Dana. So, if we now go to villagers, and you check Abram, you can see that we cleared this quest, and we're now currently on this one. It tells you what you need to get. It's a nice reminder. And we basically want to get all the quests done for every villager eventually. Because because more or less if you do a quest for a villager, you get an item and it will go into the store, you can get it. And sometimes they give you other little things, like I think some will give glyphs and some will give little key items and other little things. So it really helps to do as much quests as you can. I didn't even check the other ones. What's Jacob say? This peddler seems a natural fit and moved into the village. Abram says, once a common thief, he found salvation in the church and studied thenceforth to become a healer. How did a thief became religious and then turned into a healer? That's quite the job change, but alright. No worries, dwarf. Hello, welcome to the stream. Sir, I can literally cut you down, should I wish. Yes, Shinova could. Okay, let's check the store real quick. Also, kitty! Number 2. I get the special discount. So now we can buy potions and tonics, which is nice. Anything else? Nope. Alright. Let's make a save again. Still not interested in butchering him? Well, maybe. Okay, I'm just gonna go straight ahead because there's a lot to check on this map. Not gonna warp yet, gotta go straight ahead. We have to ignore the crazy searchlights again because that floating head thing is a little strong. I don't have the archer glyph yet, do I? Don't think so. Can't get that one. Just doing that to save some time. Okay. Okay. But I can't get up there, can I? Let's see. Well, I can actually. Good. More stuff. Cabriolet. I think that's a hoodie. Yes. It gives some more intelligence, but no. Oh yeah, I never really explained the stats. Attack is for physical attack, defense is for physical defense, strength is for the overall damage you do with any type of physical weapon. Con is something that gets added to your defense, is a total calculation of your ability to take hits, pretty much. Intelligence empowers up the spells and magic stuff you find. Mind is magic defense. And luck determines the amount of critical hits you get and the drop rate of items. Magical tickets, that's good. Now we're gonna go get the teleporter. Oh, I can't get there, so I have to write that down. I can't get here. Yeah, there's something there. Oh, I would love to get that. Let's see. Oopsie. Oh, I want that. But I can't get that. Can I? Nope. I can't get that. That's unfortunate. I have to get that later. Big head does too much damage. That was the axe glyph, but we'll get it to pop up sometime soon again. I have to go heal. That thing nearly killed me. Oh well. It's fine. And back we go. And there. Let's go here. Okay, what's up down here then? Oh, there is an item to lift to get. 2 at the same time! Wow. A bow glyph and a sickle glyph. We have Arcus, a bow glyph, and Faltius, a sickle glyph. Let's check the sickle first. Also very slow. Okay, this thing is kind of slow. And check Arcus. Okay, okay. I still stick with the sword one for now though, but I will use bow when I think it's useful. Oh! Volvulga. Call forth shocking electricity. Let's see. Okay. That will be useful for when enemies are weak to lightning. Oh, hello. No thanks. Oh crap, there's another one. It's a chest. Glyph sleeve. This is what I was looking for. Hold A and press L or R to swap glyphs. Now, if you go to glyph, there's not 1, not 2, but 3 different sets you can equip. This is what I was looking for. Now things get interesting because I'm going to get a melee set. I will get a ranged set with this for now, and I'll get a magic set with I guess, yeah, I don't need Magnus yet. So now if we go back, this one I can go to melee, range, and magic. So now we don't have 1, but we have 3 different styles that we can freely adjust and equip as we see fit and adjust to the fights accordingly. There is the Lighthouse. Let's go save first. I will probably combine the magic and range into 1 at some point. But for now I can have it as a separate set. Oh yeah. We should... don't have to do anything, I think. I'm thirsty for some reason. I think we are closing in on one of the most annoying bosses in the game. I've cleared the game a couple of times, and I remember that the Lighthouse is a not fun place. So let's see how we do. Oh, I need to use Magnus. Okay. Yes, I actually need Magnus on all three. This is gonna suck. This boss, I'm gonna be honest, this boss might take a while. It is... Well, what do you think it is? I'm gonna give you guys a guess. For those of you who have not played this game, what kind of boss would you expect at a Lighthouse? Anyone who has not played the game can get a free guess in. I'm gonna see if my equipment is right. Villagers, guides... A ghost, a huge firefly, a giant bat, a giant fish. Well, the giant part is right. But just take a look. It is a giant crab. That works good. You can't really hit this thing with a sword, as you may have guessed already. Gonna end bad. well, I was really expecting to get a game over in that boss, because it is tough. But it's alright. I need the magnets the whole time. Yeah, the crab might be undead. This crab is annoying as hell. And I think out of all the weapons you have so far, you can really only attack it with thunder effectively. Well, and this, but that lasts only so long. Always get hit. Yeah, I used to know what it said in English, but I haven't played it in English for a while. I can switch it to English if you want to hear it. Duck, I guess. If you remember what he said, Demonic, feel free. Or simply if I die again, I can also show it off. But I'm doing a little better than last time. So far doing okay. I jinxed it. And here we go. Let's go down in the lift. Bam! Who wants crab sushi? Ah. There's another villager. Eugen.
Thank you.
Did the man who bound you say anything?
I don't remember hearing his voice, but I saw his eyes. He's got a purpose. I can tell you that. Good or bad purpose, that I couldn't say.
I see.
I'm going back to the village. I'm worried about Father Nikolai. And you.
What about me?
How the hell you get out of this way in that flimsy gear? Come see me in the village. I'll suit you up proper.
I'd appreciate it. He must have passed this way. It's the only path. Serpent scale. Move freely underwater. But before I leave, we have to check the top of the lighthouse as well. Yeah, she says I'll send you to hell, pretty much. There's another glyph to get. Luminatio. Call forth a ball of light. Let's check. Luminatio. Okay. For now, we'll just keep the lightning, but we can always switch if we need to. Notice how there is no new area on the map, but there is something blinking on the Calidus channel now. But before we continue, we should go back and heal and check on the new villagers. And I have to add someone to the little plaque as well. Because we killed a giant crab. Number 3. Boss number 3. So let's go check on the new villager, shall we? Hey, Corsair!
Free iron ore.
Excuse me?
Your armor's shabby. Bring 3 iron ore, then we'll talk.
Okay, so as you can see, Eugen, we need 3 iron ore. A quiet gentleman of 50 years, his good faith brought him to this community where he used his carpentry skills to build houses. So we need to find Rue. By the way, what is Rue? I know what chamomile is. Chamomile is like a little herb that you can use to make tea from. But what is Rue or Rue? I'm assuming it's some type of herb as well. Never heard of it before. Let's go check in the store. I don't really have any money to afford anything. I can't really buy anything at the moment. Yeah, Eugene is a name sharer, I see. Let's save again. I'm not sure if I saved. I don't want to do the crab again, so let's do that. Okay. I guess we go check underwater. I will do any sort of backtracking once we have all the tools. Basically, once we have all the relics, I'll go backtrack everywhere. Oh, there's a new path. Let's go there. But let's see, relics. I'm still missing one. So once I have that one, I can do a little bit of backtracking for the areas that we could not access previously. Fish! Killer fish! Whoa! Okay, I can... Oh, it dropped something. Raw killer fish. Potion. Sidar? That's totally fine. Because logic. Boo, game logics, I know. Dark octopus. Okay. Ah, hearts up. Nice. Cotton thread again. Fish heads. These. Okay. What's gonna say? These things are a little stubborn, but okay. How does lightning? That's what works, I guess. Anti-venom, good. What's down here? Ah, warp point, okay, good. How does this look like? Oh, that's nice. As you can see, this requires a lot of mana, so it's a bit annoying to use. Sapphire. Can I just sell that? A valuable gemstone from the depths of the earth. Ow. Those things are annoying to kill. I'm gonna check up here first. Ah, what the? Gelso. You move so slow underwater. I mean, it makes sense. Ow, 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 ow. Those octopuses hurt a bit. I think the plural for octopuses is just not octopus, it's octopi. Okay, nothing there. Oh, whoops. Oh, okay. I get it. Guess it wasn't too close. Heck. Heal. Once I break this open, I think I have to go back and heal properly again. That will happen once in a while, just because, well, we don't have much to work with yet, and we're kinda weak still. I mean, we're only level 10, so... The maximum is 100, in case you're wondering. Although, you don't have to get level 100 to beat the game. I think I beat the game like around level 60 or so. These things are annoying. This has to work, but I'm gonna shove it in as much as I can. Now you're practically in there. Ooh. There we go. Ah, there's a secret here. Ooh, treasure. MP up. Super potion. And hearts up. But we also connected, so we now go back to the older area and check over here. Remember how we couldn't drop down here before? Now we can. Another chest. HP up. Well, then I can explore a little bit more. But I might just exit and save at the end. Another chest. MP up. Getting lots of goodies down here, which is nice. That's it. There was a secret here. In one of the corners. Let me see, I think I know where it is. Might have been here. Yep. There was something there. A twin bee! Which is, I think, just a reference to another Konami game. 5,000 points! It doesn't do anything! It's just a stupid collectible. It doesn't do anything, it's just an Easter egg. Pretty sure it's a Konami reference, like to one of their other games. Oh, Lapis Lazuli! That's another gem. Chest. Chamomile. Good. And a fish. With a chest. Hearts up again. Well, that was pretty good. Let's go back and save before we continue. We don't have a save point here outside of the first one. Well, we have 100 hearts already, which is pretty good. We got a lot of upgrades in there. Let's go back and we can start. Let's start there. Oh yeah! Kind of random, but I recently ate some kind of sponge cake. But it was like a sponge cake with caramel, a bit toffee-like. But it is Italian, but I can't remember the name of it. It was like rectangular and kind of soft in the middle, but with caramel on top. It was pretty good. What the heck? I'll have to look it up later. I have the wrapper downstairs in a little cookie jar, so I can look it up later. It was like rectangular, like about this size, and like the middle was just very soft cake. Then there was caramel or chocolate like on top of it. I just randomly remembered that for some reason. Stupid fish head, don't die fast. What the? The sea demon! Oh. Grando, call forth freezing ice. HP up. Yeah, it has chocolate coating, yeah. Like the top bit is just chocolate. And then there's also caramel bits, I think, either on or like just below it. And just soft sponge cake in the middle. Octopi are annoying, or octopuses. They're tricky to kill, and the ink hurts. Oh, giant jellyfish, great. Cotton thread again. I'll look it up later, Corey, and I'll send it like in the Discord or something, or I'll send like a group message. I also tell people on stream tomorrow what it was. Just remind me. I'll send the wrapper and the picture soon so we can determine what it really is. And then I'll tell you guys about it tomorrow. Because for some reason I like cakes, but only when they're really soft. I don't like hard cakes. What about you guys? Do you like soft cakes or hard cakes? Or maybe you don't like cake at all? Maybe you prefer pie instead? Cotton thread again. These things are annoyingly to kill. Okay, is there something here? Oh, shield glyph. Scutum. What does that do? Sputum. Stupid. Oh, it's a defensive one, obviously, but I'll keep that for later. Soft cakes, don't like cakes, soft cakes, cheesecake. Oh man, cheesecake is good. What is your favorite, if you have a favorite type, what is your favorite type of cheesecake? Here I am playing a Castlevania game and talking about cakes. I have the weirdest subjects sometimes, but I mean I have to make conversation, right? Oh, stupid Gelso. Not a cotton thread. The small rat running around here. Empty max. 1,000 bucks, nice. Emeralds? Oh, a rune. Fidelis Arena. Summon skull spiders to skitter about when needed. Fidelis Arena. Ariane. Great! Now we have spider summons. In case we need them. What's this? Green chest. Silk thread. Another one. Silk thread, good. Cotton thread. Italian cake might be tiramisu. No, it's not tiramisu. It doesn't have a distinct coffee flavor. Oh, we found another room, another villager. Oh, what did I do to deserve to be saved by such a beautiful angel? I'm Monica. I'm a seamstress in the village. Please, let me repay you. If you're in the village, come see me. Cool, another villager saved. This is a suspicious spot. Aha! Magician Ring. Ring of the Magician. It gives more intelligence, which is nice if we only have to use magic, so I'll remember that. I lose strength though, but if we have to use magic, I'll definitely use it. Oh, Zircon. Can I get the rat somehow? If it runs past me, maybe. No, I can't get it. Level up. Level 11? Level 11. Good. Dang it! Oh. I hate these things. Spider summon. Yep. I will use it if it will become useful at some point in like a crowded area. I may have a use for it. Hello. Shark demon again. Is it called a shark demon? Doesn't say until I kill it. Oh, it doesn't even say at all. Hello again. Oh, sea demon. Dead. Iron ore. Well, there's the first one. We need 2 more. Okay, I can exit and save and heal and check out the seamstress, but there is something more I need to check. There's a bit more, so we will be back in a bit. This goes to the Timeo Mountains, but okay. Oh. Actually, I have 100 hearts, so... That's not where I want to go. I want to heal and save. Check out the seamstress. Oh, hello. Listen, there isn't much I can do to thank you, but please, let me make you a dress. Would that be good enough? Thank you, but I do not need a dress. Oh, well, you're right. My dresses wouldn't be, you misunderstand. Dresses don't suit me. Well, hang on. I bet I can make a dress that you look good in. Let's see. Cotton is what we need. Where's the cotton? Oh no, I'm out of cotton thread. I'm always doing this. And I need at least 5 to make a dress. Maybe you shouldn't have even bothered saving me. I have 5 cotton, I'm pretty sure. Yep. You brought me cotton thread? You went out of your way just for me? I'll make your dress in a flash. And, done. A cotton dress. Please accept it. Maybe I should make more and sell them at the general store. Not that you need to bother, but if you'd like another, you could buy one. Another quest, maybe? Listen, I wanted to repay you, but I ended up sending you on some silly errand instead. How rude of me. This time, please, let me repay you properly. With this silk thread... Oh no! The silkworms all died while I was gone. No more thread. And I need at least 5 silk threads to make a silk dress. I keep on doing this. Maybe I should just crawl into a hole. Alright, we don't have 5 silk threads, but I can see if this is actually the cotton dress. That is a good bit better. Good. And now let's check out the villager. Monica over here. This young girl is bright but shy. The other villagers are like her family since her real parents passed away. It's sad. And we need 5 silk threads to continue her quest line, so need 3 more, I think. Gonna heal and save, or rather save, I've already healed. And then go back to that last area and see. So back here, because there is still something missing. And what's the quickest way in? I guess from here. The moment where you type a comment to your laptop is like, oh, you typed something? Yeah, I know that feel. I had it happen a couple of times. On my older PC. Ah! I love so many kinds I cannot even express. I have a sweet tooth a mile wide. I very like pie, I like soft cakes, favorite cheesecake is raspberry choux cake. sponge cake, plain cherry, strawberry, blueberry, kiwi. I like lime cheesecake and coconut and strawberry, cherry, but mostly coconut and lime are my favorite flavors. Resist ring. Hang on. Ow. Ow. What is the resist ring? To increase one's magic defense. Oh, it's just 6 magic defense. Sure. There's something I can get. What is that? Temporarily increases con and physical resistance. That would be an interesting boss rune, I guess. It may seem like I'm not using a whole lot of glyphs, but I will adjust a lot later. Right now I'm just going through most of the game until I backtrack and really start to get my builds made pretty much. For the time being, I'm just exploring, and my glyphs are not optimal, but they will get changed as soon as I get some better stuff. When I get more use. Okay, go up there. That should be good. Kaboom. Okay, another shortcut created. Teleport points. Is that everything here? Yeah, 100% of the map. Good! We're done here then. I guess this is the closest thing to an exit, so let's go do that. And back we go again. Alright. Timeo Mountains. I made a red velvet cake with coffee flavored cream. The poor cake didn't stand a chance. That sounds good. I'm not a big fan of coffee myself, but I love red velvet. Crows. You guys know how much I like crows in Castlevania games. Anyone who has played any Castlevania game ever knows how incredibly annoying the crows are. Okay, save point here, that's nice. This doesn't work. I have to test my... this one. That does nothing. Okay. I'll have to see what works for this, because this is not optimal. What are you weak for? Oh wait, lightning does work. Okay, never mind. What? I hear some kind of... horse? Oh! Rue! Rue! We can go back and deliver that. A medicinal herb native to southern Europe. I've never heard of that before. Rue or Rue. Okay. What the? Nightmare. Okay. Killed it. What is he weak for? Weak to? Light and fire, which I both... Well, I have light, but... if it's not too annoying, I can kill it with sword as well. It doesn't have resistances. Spider again. Spider is a bit... annoying to kill. Oh no, it poisons. That is bad. Mushroom, but I have to use an antidote. Oh, okay. Chamomile again. Stupid crow. Ah, a villager. Let's rescue. I think her. Yep. Oh. Ah. Where am I? You're awake. Last thing I remember was a man walking in... Was it a dream? No, that was... I don't want to know. Whatever's past is past, right? Time to go home. I've got work to do. What sort of work? I craft jewelry. Name's Laura. Alright, well, we'll check you out later. Oh, crap. Oh, double crap. No, it reset again. I have to go heal first. Super potion is a waste. I'll just tickets and heal. This is getting annoying. Those rock things are difficult to kill at the moment. But I even use the thing that he's weak to. But my stats are just too low. But, yeah, well. You are here. Oh, I guess the cat is yours then. Hi. You know, you're dressed like you're in mourning. Waist of a finely shaped. Enough of that, thank you. Well, sorry if I'm out of line, but hear me out here. A little accessorizing would go a long way, don't you think? Accessorizing? Yeah, you know, bring over a lapis lazuli, and I'll show you what I mean. I have one. Good stone you found here. Let me work on it and I'll send it to the general store. Give it a try later on. Bet you'll like what you see. You don't smile much. You should. Men be lying up at your door. I do not smile. No, I noticed. Don't smile. That's odd. Oh, what can we do about that? Got it! I need a ruby, a sapphire, and an emerald. Wait till you see what I make now. You'll smile without even knowing it. Alright, let's check out the villager data on Laura. She places her trust in the cards of the tarot, which foretold she would do great things here, as well as finally locate her soulmate. I think we already have a sapphire and an emerald, just have to find a ruby somewhere. And if you look at the quest list, green is completed, pink is current, and yellow means it can be turned in. Because remember, we found Rue, or Rue, earlier.
Well, here we have it. Chamomile and Rue. Thanks again. For now. So now I can make your antidotes and send them to the store for you. You've earned precisely 8 points of trust. And if you know anything about trust, you know that's being generous.
Next one.
I now require Sage and Mandragora roots. With these, you won't have to recover your health in tiny increments anymore. You'll get them, right? Oh, you'll get them. I know you. I know your kind. Relentless and infallible. Hurrah!
The heck? What do we have? We can now also get anti-venom and curse potion, which is good. Cotton dress. Oh, sanguine dress. That's even better. Yes, please. We have these, and then a lucky clover. I mean, I have an extra accessory slot open. I'll get that. I want more luck. Yes, please. So I can equip the better dress, sanguine dress, and lucky clover. Now we have some extra luck. And some more defense as well. How many more villagers do we have to find? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more. So that's quite a bit. Back to the mountains, I guess. Did not do much, but I at least didn't die, and I got a small upgrade. Sometimes you have to retreat in the game to move forward, you know? Oh, iron ore. Sweet. We need one more. Lapis lazuli again. Killed that stupid thing. What are these things weak to? Light and fire. Well, I don't have light. But we killed that one. I mean, sword does work, just takes a bit. Oops. Yeah, it looks kind of weird. I was... Okay. Empress Ring. Alright, what does the Empress Ring do? Empress Ring is a physical one. But I lose mind. I lose some defense. I could maybe combine that with the Magician Ring or something. But I have to do it before the boss, pretty much. Chamomile again. teleport point, which is nice. Stupid crow. I cannot make that jump. So I need to mark that for now. Oh, the spiders drop anti-venom. How fitting. There's more spiders there. And something to get. Can you not make that jump? Okay. What is that? Oh, it is a boost room. Temporarily increases mind and magic resistance. Will be useful against a magical boss. Ah, more mana. Nice. That means I can cast more lightning bolts. Was with the Priestess Ring, so you hide the attack at the spot within defense. I have to see. Priestess Ring gives defense and con. And Empress Ring gives attack, strength, and int. But Resist Ring gives 6 magic defense. I'll probably swap out the Lucky Clover for either the Priestess or Empress one, depending if I have to attack magically or physically for a boss. 6 magic resistance is just too good. Okay, I can't even check half of the area yet, but we can go to the Misty Forest Road. It's been a while since we fought a boss, right? So it's about time we find one soon again. Hope you guys like the game so far. I know it's not your typical Castlevania formula. It is a bit similar to most Castlevania, Metroidvanias, but it has a bit of its own thing too. Misty Forest Road. Bitterfly. Oh, hello. Gravedigger. Okay, doesn't like swords. That's good. Probably need light for those. Yeah, I need light. Okay, I'm gonna have to swap my Vulgar with Luminatio then. If the enemy's gotta be common here, I'm gonna need that. Black foam boar. Glyph Volmark here. A powerful hammer glyph. Well, I'm gonna keep my sword for now. Oh, hello. There's something up there I can't get. Oh, yeah, I can get it. There's a magnet ring. Ugh. Could you please see you up there? Okay, took care of that. Whee! Ow! Sage! Didn't I need Sage again, or was it for a previous quest? Who are you? We're bats! Vader, we're bats! I'm just saying. Oh, she dropped something, but I didn't get it. Oh, what the heck? That stupid enemy from classic Castlevania. Is he dead? Is he dead? Yes. No, he's not dead. It's a lot of health. Okay, now he's dead. Jeez. It's like a mini boss. What is he weak for? Oh, swords. Okay. Okay. What the? Hang on. What is? Okay. Ooh. Let's mark that. That looks weird. There's something here. Can't go up there either. Nope, that is a double one in this room. I may have to warp soon and heal if I don't find a... Yeah, I'm gonna have to go back. I have to get a few more magical tickets. I need to find a good way to get rid of that big guy. So let's get a few more magical tickets. Let's get 3 of them. I wonder if runes you can get from an enemy are actually listed in the drop. So let's see. Guides, enemies, we're bats. Here. It might be. Hang on. If I check a different enemy that I have a thing from, like this, no, the sea demon. Yeah, Grando. They are listed. Okay. So she does have a rare drop, which is only 2 stars, which is not that crazy rare. The rarest is 5, so 2 stars is not that rare. Wonder what you get from the Weirbat if you actually try to get the glyph from her. What did you... Earl Grey! The thing... Oh, shit. He dropped Earl Grey. The grave digger dropped Earl Grey tea. Funny. Oh yeah, you. Oh! Oh, I got interrupted. Let's try that again. Ow! Okay. Get whatever that is. Umbra. Command the malice of the dead. Oh, another one. It's the dark magic, right? Yeah, Umbra. Let's check it out. Oh, it's kind of... Okay, it's kind of homing. But for now I don't need that. I need light in this place. I may have to restart this area a couple of times. Because the enemies really hurt. But that's okay. I would love to find a save point here. Now we get kitty cat again, or we're bad again. Nope, didn't get the drop. Silk Fed again is nice though. Okay, this thing again is weak to swords, so... Oh, I'm about to die. I'm gonna go back. This thing hurts so much. How many silk threads do I have? Do I have enough? No, I need one more. Well, like I said, sometimes you have to retreat in this game to advance. So I'll just keep trying until I don't get hit that much. I don't have the money yet to buy a whole lot of potions, or I would. So I hope you guys don't mind that. Oh, level up. That I retry the area a few times until we get through with less damage. Kitty cat again. I say kitty cat, but it's a weird bat. But she talks about cats. That's why. Oh, got it. Vader grants bat-like abilities. Arma Caroptera. Lapis Lazuli. Let's check this out. Arma Caroptera. Oh. Okay. We throw bats and we do kicks. That's kind of neat. Let's try this out for a bit. I had to exit. This is, it's good, but it's not that good yet. Maybe if I had some more mobility it would be better, but this is still nice. I'm gonna try my sword stuff and just see. If I get hit, I'll just exit to save the bat thing. Okay, he's dead. Good. What is the need for getting multiple of the same glyph? If you get the same glyph, I think it only matters for... I think you have to power up your summon glyphs to get multiple of them. And I think if you get the same type of glyph, I think eventually you do more damage. I know absorbing the same type of glyph over and over again does make that type of glyph stronger, but it takes a lot of absorptions. Silver ore. Oh, don't even have iron ore yet. Okay. Dead. Phew. Oh, there's the exit. Oof! Made it. Skeleton cave. Well, I need to go heal. That was tricky, but we made it to the next level. Sweet! So now we get Skeleton Cave. I wonder what we will find in here. Oh look, it's skeletons. Skeleton Frisky. Dulahan. And they give me something. Oh, that's immediately something I can't get. Let's mark that. Oh, these guys. Oh! Remember them from the original Castlevania game? Maybe. It doesn't really work. Let's try lightning. Or light. That works a lot better, yes. Okay. They are weak to... Oh, they're weak to light. Okay, perfect. Chest. Sage. What was the other thing we needed aside from the sage? Oh yeah, mandrake root. Well, we gotta find a mandragora first. And yeah, catacombs. Skeleton hero. Duck under that one. Okay, I'm going to change something to my sets because I like having this one. I'm going to get like the slower but stronger melee on this one, which is the hammer, powerful hammer glyph for extra oomph if I need it. And then I will. What do I add here? Call in physical resistance. This is like the big. This is like, okay, this is like my exploration set. This is like, oh my god, I need to hit harder set with physical. And this is going to be my magic set, which I will keep this way. If it's my magic set, I'll also do the Arma Caraptera there for versatility. So, okay, made a small adjustment. Let's see how that works. Nope. Let's go this way first. So if I do that, yep, more ouch. That's nice. Oh, let me get that. Vol Confadore, a powerful rapier glyph. Nice. I should check if this one now is with Vol. Yeah, it's stronger. Good. I'm upgrading my glyphs a bit here and there. I don't think it's a bad idea. Lapis lazuli. Don't need it anymore, but... What the? Dinosaur! Ah! Skeleton Rex! Die. Again. Okay, I got him that time. Hearts! Thank you. Looks kind of suspicious. Okay, there's nothing here. Oh my god, okay. You think there's enough of them? MP up, nice. More attacking. I would love a save point. Oh, hello. Okay. Skeleton Rex doesn't drop anything. Oh, another one. Ah, go back to the. Go back to the Jurassic era. Oh, save point. Oh, and a boss. Well, let's see what this boss is. I just saved, so... Ooh. Alright. I'll let chat once again make a guess. Anyone who has not played the game, what kind of boss can you expect in the catacomb skeleton cave thing? Make a guess. We already fought a giant skeleton, so that's not it. Cretaceous. Oh yeah. Cretaceous period, yeah. Zombie dragon, giant bat, legion, zombie. Let's see. It is... Oh! Man-eater. Doesn't like light, so that's nice. Light damage is doing a good job. Ah! Got it. Phew! Yeah. Whee! That was good. Oh wait, I should say first that we killed this boss and also add that thing to our little list of bosses killed. That was Man-eater. Bing! Let that man go, Albus. As you wish, my dear. I was just finishing up, so he's all yours. Why involve the villagers? This doesn't concern them. Doesn't it? Worry not, dear Shanoa. Everything will make sense when my plan is complete. Let's get the chest. Ordinary rock. Jump a second time while in midair. Ta-da! Whee! That's cool. Let's get this as well. So kind of you to save me. I saw that cravat and I thought Edgeworth right away. Did he do anything strange? Where are the others? He drew some of my blood and chatted a few words. As for the others, I heard him say he was going to the village. I'm worried. The village again? What is Albus trying to do? No idea. But now we have the double jump, which is pretty neat. Oh, oops. So now we can backtrack a bit to older areas and see what we can do with the double jump. I wonder, does it also work in bat form? Oh, whoops. Also work in bat form. It does? Yep. Okay, now we have a double jump with bats as well. So like, I could do, yeah, woo! Or, yeah. Like, summon, and wah, summon, wah. Bat form became a lot more useful now with double jump. Yeah, I may use that once in a while. I wonder how the damage calculation works for it. I have to do some testing. Like, what is the damage type of bat and what is the damage type of kick? I'm gonna have to, well, not on these things, but ooh, a bit on the more easier enemies to see what it is. Ah! Go away, you creepy dinosaur! Don't! Stop! Stop biting me. Jeez. Where's Fred? Fred and George. Lol. Didn't make you laugh, Corsair. That's good. Ah! Creepy. Okay. I wonder, can I... Oh, I can kick now, too. Sweet. Grab that part. Ow. Crap. Gonna see what the rest of the cave has to offer. Because there's a little bit of area I didn't explore yet to go left here. A lot of enemies. Save point, please? Oh, okay. God, killed that one. Good curse potion and HP up. Is that the whole map? Seems a bit small. Yeah, it is the whole map. Huh. Okay. There's one more thing I can check on the way out. Oh shit. Bam! Get out of here. I love the big hammer attack. So, what do you guys think of this game in terms of a like combat system? Normally you have a Castlevania game, you fight with a whip. This game has 0 whips. What do you think of the whole glyph system? MP up. Good. Well, I guess that's it here. Nothing else to do. Wait a minute. Where do we go now? It doesn't tell you where to go. Well, we can just backtrack. Oh, there's a cutscene.
You must help us. That man has returned.
You need to tell me what he's done.
Just thinking of it chills my soul. He used a device to take some of our blood. Could he be the monster whispered of in legend? Dracula?
I don't understand. Why would he need blood?
There is an old mansion beyond the cove. He may have taken residence there. Oh Lord, what horrors might this demon be planning for us?
Yeah, you know, that's kind of what vampires do. They take blood. It's their shtick. Let's go find Edgeworth. No. What is his name? George. Dracula's legend enticed this minstrel to come along. Townsfolk don't look twice, but avoid his eerie songs. Where are you? You're up here. Your timing is impeccable, for I have just composed an ode to terror. And now I shall record it for all time upon this, my friend's phonograph. Lend your ears as I played upon this broken violin that I forgot was broken. Oh, damn it all. Would you kindly procure me some horsehair that I might take a new bow? Horsehair. Okay. Yeah, horsehair. Okay. But let's go backtrack first, because we have a few things to check. Oh, I have to go there. I need some silk thread, I need some iron ore, I need some horsehair, I need some mandrake root. Oh, there's now a Somnus Reef, and there's a mansion up top there. But let's go back to all the other areas now that we have a double jump and see whether there's something I missed or not. Did I miss something here? No, but we may as well check in with Barlow while we're here. Oh, there's an item here I didn't pick up. Record 5. What is Record 5? Ah! That is Death's stage from the original Castlevania game. Yep. I'll play it more later.
Poor Albus was a brother to you once. He genuinely cared.
Oh, that was all? That's all you have to say. Okay, fine. Oh yeah, it's called Heart of Fire. Can you sit in the chair? No, you cannot. Okay. While we backtrack, we may as well listen to some classic tunes, huh? Why not? But that probably means there's also there's a record 2, 3, and 4 somewhere. Well, you have to keep looking. All good. To the monastery. And let's just turn on the tune, shall we? Record 5. Yeah. What did I miss here? Oh yeah, 2 things. Okay. It's a good song, but that stage when I played it as a kid, that was the... Oh, come on. I said turn the music on, dang it. Stop killing my groove. Thanks. But I remember as a kid playing that for the first time, Castlevania 1. And that stage, that was the hardest stage for me in the entire game. It was more difficult for me than the stupid underwater section before it, with all the mermen and bats. It was more difficult for me than the final stage. And it was more difficult for me than the whole first section of stage 3 with all the stupid bouncing hunchbacks. You guys like this song? Full ring. Okay. Okay, it gives a lot of luck, but it lowers everything else. This will be a good farm ring if we need to get something. Yeah, this is a good farm ring. So I'll use it when we go, well, farm stuff. Also, this is now done. The other thing I can't do yet. Don't have the proper magic for that. The version used for Julius is a combination of Don't Wait Until Night Will Consult in the Heart of Fire. Oh yeah! I think I read it before. Julius. Julius Belmont. Isn't that Harmony of Dissonance? I think so. That's Julius, right? Wait, no, that's Juste Belmont. Where's Julius from then? Or is it... Wait, I'm confused now. Oh wait, isn't Julius, the PlayStation game? Oh, I've played it. PlayStation 1. Oh wait, no, PlayStation 2. Oh, is it Area Dawn of Sorrow, Julius? Oh! That Julius. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, it's Juste in Harmony of Dissonance. And it's Julius in Area Dawn of Sorrow. And what was the other one I was thinking of? The PlayStation 2 game. Castlevania. Oh, I can't remember the name now. I loved it and I don't remember the name now. Damn, it was not Curse of Darkness. That was PlayStation 3. That's annoying. That's gonna bother me. I have to look that up later. Oh yeah, thanks. Lament of Innocence. Yeah, that was the one. What was the protagonist then again? I think it was also with a J. I don't know. It's been a while since I played Lament of Innocence. That's also a very nice game. Monastery? Then I think this does not have anything. Leon. Okay, not with a J. I was wrong. There's nothing here. Okay, we can just leave. Kalidus Channel, I think, was also 100% done. Yep, and there's nothing here. Okay. I think there was something on the prison island. Yeah, there is some stuff missing here. So, let's go get something here. Yeah, 92%. There is some stuff here I can do. Okay. The Awesome Legion, that is Curse of Darkness, Vader. The PlayStation 3 game, where it is an optional boss. That is Curse of Darkness, yes. PlayStation 3. Has an Awesome Legion. I can try kill the giant head after I save here. Was it PlayStation 2? I thought Curse of Darkness was PlayStation 3. Hang on. Let me see. I have the boxes here. No, it actually was PlayStation 2. Okay, I'm wrong then. I thought it was free for some reason. Lament of Innocence was PlayStation 2, I know that much, but I thought that Curse of Darkness was free. Now I can kill you. Killed it, and it doesn't drop anything. It's just evil force. It's basically Freddy Krueger's head. Look at that face at the bottom. He's like, hey there. Now we can go up here. Oops. Cotton thread and a save point. That's nice. Let's go get rid of this thing then. Now I have to go up in the middle. Okay. What is it? Thing. Military wear. Hang on. Oh, it's worse. Oh yeah, Lords of Shadows. I'm gonna be honest, I played the first Lord of Shadows and I thought it was kind of disappointing, so I never played the second one. But I loved Harmony of Despair. I've played 300, maybe 400 hours of that game. That was so amazing. I love that game. It was, oh, Iron Ore, cool. It was basically a giant combination of all the DS platform Castlevania heroes, where you could be Soma, you could be Charlotte, you could be Jonathan, you could be Simon, you could be Richter, and they all had different stats and skills and everything to level, and you went through so many different levels from many different games. Oh, Alucard was there as well. It was amazing. Joko, I think, was also there as well, and Maria. It was just a giant Castlevania fan fest. It was... Oh yeah, Shinoa is there too. It is such an awesome game. Harmony of Despair. It's basically all the Castlevania, the 2D Castlevania recently-ish games rolled into one online experience. You can also play it offline though, but it's more fun with other people. And you can like farm items, you can get spells, you can upgrade to sub-weapons, you can farm souls as Soma. There's so much you can do. You can absorb glyphs with Shinoa. It is awesome. It is so good. If you have never played Harmony of Despair and you have a PS3, do it. It is fantastic. Warning though, you'll get stuck doing lots of grinding and farming for all the characters, because there's a lot of farming and grinding. But you can also level, you can get equipment. It is awesome. It is maybe the best Castlevania game outside of the like normal traditional ones. It is considered a spin-off game. It does not have any story. It's just literally, hey, let's put all these characters together in one game. The game. That's pretty much it. But it is very nice. If you like the 2D Metroidvania games, check it out. If you have a PS3, it's really good. Oh, another villager. Tower Ring. What does the Tower Ring do? Less likely to be blown away. It's kind of gimmicky. Okay, let's rescue this person. I had to laugh because he literally says in Japanese what he says there in English. Saved! Because the eternal bliss of paradise will have to wait, I am Aeon, the chef. I've worked in all kinds of restaurants.
One time it was for 3 whole weeks. Come see me in the village and I'll make you a snack. Okay, good. I think we are done here. We are done here. We got 100%. Sweet. So, let's go check this out. I'm not gonna waste the magic ticket. I'll just walk. It's not that far. And we break all the ankles we have. I still don't have the axe glyph, do I? I think I got robbed. I almost had it. I can go down here into the teleport point. And teleport this way. No, wait, this is actually closer. Castlevania Judgment was a very interesting fighting game, and it had the art style. The characters were drawn by the same person who made the Death Note manga. It was a very interesting art style. I didn't like the game as much as I wanted to, but it was nice to see a lot of different Castlevania characters together in one game. It also had Shanoa, and it had Simon, and Richter, and Alucard, and a bunch of others. It even had Dracula. You could play as Dracula. And Camilla. It had a lot of different unique characters. It was interesting, but it was not the best game. But for a spin-off fighting game, it was pretty okay. It was pretty nice. It had good music too. So there were some merits for it. I have to do a bunch of things here because I have the iron ore. I can give it to Eugene, and I can check out Aeon, the chef. Let's check out Aeon while I'm here. Hello. Welcome. I've been waiting for you all day, just twiddling my thumbs. Ahem. I'd love to cook for you, but I need some salt. Salt is important. People yell at you if you forget to cook with it. Boy, do they yell at you. Where was I? Right. Get me salt. Why don't I go myself? Because I'm the chef. Why should you go get it? Because you're not a chef. That's how things work. Well, get to work then. My kitchen's going to waste without you. Okay, well, where the heck do I get salt from? Milk. Also, I have to check out this guy's bio, Aeon. A confident chef whose motto is, I can cook anything. He moved here to avoid the serious competition of the big city. Okay. Needs more salt. Please bring me some salt. Okay. Eugen. Right, I can give the iron ore. Here. Alright, I'll make a couple of new pieces and put them on sale at Jacob's store. And no, you don't get them for free. I put my heart and soul into this. Of course. But I also pay my suppliers, so here. I get money to spend on his armor. Cool. But what else? You must be having a rough time with it. I have a mission that I must accomplish. If you say so, not my business. Tell you what. Bring free silver ore. I'll make you something good. Okay. I need free silver ore, but we can check out the store now. Yes. No, store's over here. What else is new? Nothing here. Nope. Okay. Leather curious, copper plate, iron plate. More defense, but it drops a lot of the other things. I think I like the sequin dress better. This gives me defense, but I like having intelligence for a spell attack and magic defense and also luck, so I'm not gonna get this one yet, but let's see. Combo boots. Keep kicking without touching the ground to raise strength. Bit gimmicky. Oh, baggy boots. Battle boots. Okay, I like the battle boots. I lose a bit of mind, but I gain more attack, defense, and strength.
Yeah, I'll get battle boots. And then, okay. That's a nice upgrade. Battle boots. Thanks, Eugene. Man, time flies. I have like 10 minutes left. Let's finish the backtracking, shall we? Last time I was in the is there anything in the Lighthouse? Nothing in the Lighthouse. Okay. Then we get the Misty Trail. Yeah, it's the last one. And then we have backtracked everywhere. So, let's do that. Start here. There was something here. Yeah, I can get it with the... Okay, I should have started at the other end, actually. That's better. The chef must be friends with Eldoon. Needs more salt. Yes. Ow. Silly girl. Nice, give me that. Kashmir thread. Oh. Isn't Kashmir a kind of sheep? I think it is. Can you get up there? Oh, it's just a Rue, but I want to get it. I can't get up there. You really can't get up there, can you? Shit. Oh, come on. Oh, that's mean. Wait, I can't get up there. I can. I need his help. I can kick. Yep, I can't get up there. I need his help. I need him to be in the middle of the... Where are you? Okay. Come on. A bit lower. A bit more down. Where are you? Where are... Oh, there you are. Okay, go down. This guy is not working along. Okay, let's reset the room. You can get that. But you need a bit of help. Like now. What? Okay. I know it was just a Rue, but I wanted to get it. Okay, so I can remove this thing. And I can't do whatever this is. Yet. Nope. That is something I can't do. Okay, there was nothing in the skeleton cave anymore. I think I'll just stock up on supplies and then stop so we can do next time the Somnus Reef. Oh. I have some money, yeah. Let's get some more magical tickets. Get some potions. Don't need tonic, really. Nothing else really to get. Okay. Let's see. We have all the relics already. And we're missing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 villagers still. And for quests we have to get Mandrake Roots, a Ruby, Silver Ore, Salt, horsehair, and silk threads. Okay. The first two don't have quests, they're just there. Let's see, check the guides. We have 32% of the attack glyphs and 26% of the support glyphs. We found 21% of all items. We have seen 38% of all the enemies. Any new good terms I can check? I don't think there's any... Well, there's Glyph Sleeve is new. Oh yeah, familiars. Ah! There's your answer, Sadar. That's how it works. The more you use a specific type of glyph, the stronger it gets. Treasure chests, village, forest, monastery. Okay, these are all the... I'll read these later. These are not really useful at the moment, but okay. I think you also get glyph experience for the specific type you absorb though. Like if you absorb a slashing glyph, you gain some slashing experience. I guess that's what the numbers are for on the right. I have 200 hammer experience, 782 slashing experience, and the rest is like fire, ice, lightning, light, and dark. It pretty much shows you like how efficient you are with each type of magic. So I guess it can't hurt to get a bit of experience in everything once in a while. For now though, I have a lot of slashing and bashing experience. If you're bored enough, you could do that, Sadar, yes. Okay, well... I could start on the next area, but I'd rather do it fresh tomorrow, so... I'd say it's a good place to stop here for now. I hope you guys enjoyed, and are eager to see more tomorrow. Also, remind me, Kaori, if I haven't done so by tomorrow, remind me to share in the stream that one cake. I'll look it up later, and I will tell you guys what it was. That's gonna be it for me for now. But thank you all very much for watching, guys. And I'll see you tomorrow for more Castlevania Order of Ecclesia, when we go tackle the Somnus Reef and see what lies beyond. So, take care everyone, have a good evening, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye!